Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here, back with another card making video. Today I'm making a shaker card for Dad using this cute stamp set and scene cover plate from Time for Tea. I am actually guest designing for them 2 times this month, and so I'm going to share some of the products I picked out to share with you. This is the Lucky Duck stamp set and the Autumn Scene Building cover plate, but I'm going to use it for spring today. So first we're going to stamp out these cute little duck images in some Copic friendly black ink onto white cardstock so that I can color them out. Aren't they darling? So I decided to go with white ducks. They're just so cute. My daughter thinks they are especially cute. So I thought, why not make them white with the nice yellow bills? My lightest color there is Y15 and my darkest color is Y17. This is some very simple Copic coloring and blending. Once I do the darker color, then I blend it out a little bit more with the lighter color. For the ducks themselves, I'm using some cool gray markers. My darkest being C2. I'm just laying in a little bit of shadow here, and then I'm going to blend that out with my C0 marker. So very light gray for shadowing that helps enhance the white part of the duck. Then to finish him off and give him a little bit of character, I have my R20 marker for a rosy little cheek. And then I'm coloring out these cattails with my E15 marker. That'll be my darkest color. I like the kind of reddish brown color that these have, and I see them all the time where I live. They're on a walking path by my house where I often walk my dog, and I just love their velvety look. So I had to include them on my card today. And then I'm going to bring in some green markers to color up the grass. So G14 is my lightest color. I'm laying that down first, and then just kind of filling in the bottom of this image, and then I'll come in with a darker green, my G05, to add in a little touch of shadow. These blades of grass are very small, so just have to use a really light hand so that I don't kind of get out of the lines. And then to finish these off, I'm bringing in my white gel pen and adding some highlights to all the images. There is a coordinating die for this set. I didn't happen to have it, so I went ahead and fussy cut out all these images, and there you can see them and the markers that I used for coloring each of those images. Next, I am showing you this cover plate. So I used the 2 plates together to die cut out this frame. Now the tree and the hill and the water, they die cut out separately. You don't have to snip them out of the die. I love that so much. Plus the tree has wood grain texture. So I die cut it again from brown, just this plate right here, from blue also, so I could have my brown tree and the blue for my water. There's also a cloud die. You could also probably use that for tufts of green on the tree, and then a whole bunch of leaf dies and flowers. So now I am gluing a window sheet to the back of this solid frame, and that's going to give me a place to glue down my tree, my water, my hill, and create my scene that will be on top of my shaker card. I just love how easy it is to paper piece these images together to create my scene because the die cuts them out individually for me. Loving that. And I know this was designed to be for autumn, so you could die cut your leaves with multiple colors, but it is also a great scene for any time. You could even make a winter scene and have these hills be snow. But I decided to make one blue so it could be a pond and the other one green for the grass. I just added a little faded jeans, I believe, Distress Oxide ink to the edge to give it a little bit of dimension. And then I'm gluing everything down right to that window sheet. And then have my Rustic Wilderness? Yeah, was Rustic Wilderness to add ink to the edge of this one. That's kind of a hard word to say like 5 times fast. Rustic Wilderness. I could really mess that one up very easily. Then I'm going to add my little stamped image with my cattails here, tucking that behind the hill, and it is so cute. I love that. It gets covered up a little bit with my images, but you can still see it enough. So there I am popping up my 2 ducks, one in the pond and one in the grass. And then I'm going to add all of the leaves. I think I added about 12, maybe 13 leaves to the tree. You could also add the flowers, and you could even make like the whole tree with flowers, but I figured this is a Father's Day card, and by Father's Day most of our flowering trees here in Boise, Idaho are blown off. So yeah, right now is the time they're out and they're blowing away now. It's kind of sad. I wish they would stay longer. I love the flowering trees. So there we have, but not the smell. Does the smell get to you? Do you have the seasonal allergies? I like to look at them and take pictures of them, but I don't like to breathe the pollen. So now I'm adding my puffy clouds. I wanted to use my cover plate so I could figure out the placement of them. So that's why you'll see me bring that cover plate in and out so that I can figure out exactly where I want the clouds to go before I like really press them down into place. And I did add a little bit of shadowing on them with my cool gray marker just to give them a little bit of depth. Once I have the clouds where I want, now I can add my dragonfly in, and I don't actually use the little fly on the outside of the card. I saved it and put it on the inside. Now I am adding some foam strips. This is the key to shaker cards, is making sure your foam strips touch on all sides so that your shaker elements do not escape. I'm also using the same foam strips to add more adhesive and dimension so that my card doesn't like cave in and the shaker elements don't go all the way to the bottom. So now I'm bringing in these raindrops from Trinity Stamps. I'll have them linked for you below. They're like confetti and a little bit iridescent. Love them. I'm just scraping off any excess glue there that might be on the back side of that, or debris like fuzz. I hate that, so I have to get it off first. So here you can hear the shaker card and see those raindrops move. I love that I have left a little space for the raindrops to collect at the bottom so there can be no rain, or you can shake it and make it rain. I had a little bit of that blue cardstock showing at the top, so I just trimmed it off, and then I can add this to my A2 size note card like that. And then it's time for a sentiment. So I am bringing out the stamp set and stamping I'm a Lucky Duck. There are other sentiments that you can add to this, and I'm going to put those on the inside of my card. I'm using some turquoise ink from Altenew to stamp out I'm a Lucky Duck on this white strip. It was in my scraps, so I didn't have to trim it down, but I am going to flag cut the end of this, and then I'll have a little bit of visual interest on my sentiment. I'm going to put that right in the top of the tree, nestled between the leaves, and then I'll just trim off that excess piece that I don't need, and that is the card front. And there it is raining. I love it. So I thought this would be a really fun and special card for Father's Day. I think my husband would love it, my father-in-law even, my dad. I think it's a really good card. I'm gonna have a hard time deciding which one to give it to. But I did add to the inside of this card, so watch for that on the last picture. You can see the rest of the sentiment, and I added another duck and that fly in there. Also, you should know Time for Tea is based in the UK. I know that I have a lot of followers and viewers that live in the UK, so make sure you check out their shop. I'm going to have them linked for you below, and you can easily shop there and have it shipped right to you. Yay! So thank you for watching, and happy stamping. I'll see you on the next video very soon. Bye!